You tuned in to HB's Point of View, and I got a public service announcement. And if you're watching this and you got teenagers or, about to be young adults, I'm going to keep it honest. I'm in Missouri. I'm trying to link. I want to talk to some of these youngsters, man. Because like I say, my pain could probably be, turn into pleasure for them, man. Because you got to live long enough and you got to stay out in these streets long enough to wake up. These boys are going to jail at alarming rates before 21.
Robert Wayne says he got the shock of his life on May 31st, 2018. According to court records, Wayne was sitting in his 2003 Trailblazer at the BP gas station at 14th and Choteau Avenue in the city of St. Louis, when then 17-year-old Timothy Blaskame and another male, Andre King, approached Wayne with a gun and ordered him out of his vehicle.
Knocked on the window, I let the window down. He asked me a question, I told him no. Then next thing you know, my driver door opened, I got a gun to my head.
What came to my mind is the risk worth the reward?
Later that evening, investigators say East St. Louis, Illinois police observed the stolen Trailblazer and attempted to stop it. Blaskame and King led police on a high-speed pursuit from East St. Louis, Illinois until St. Louis, Missouri. They also rammed a police car during the pursuit, which ended in a crash. Blaskame and King pleaded guilty in that case, and today, Blaskame was sentenced to 7 years in a plea deal.
Because he used a firearm in relation to a crime of violence, he got 84 months or 7 years for that crime.
They say that boy is about to get 7 years out the gate. And then when it's all said and done, he's going to end up with about 25 years. And he probably didn't even get $2,500.
The judge ran that consecutive to the carjacking count. Now, while he only received a day in jail for that offense, that's because there is an aggregate sentence that we expect in Illinois and St. Louis combined to be 21 to 25 years.
Police say the suspect used her Ford Escape in 2 holdups in Illinois. The first in Granite City, the second a couple hours later at a Circle K at Highway 13.
Is the risk worth the reward? Before you get out there and do all that crazy stuff, think about it, man. Is the risk worth the reward? Because if the risk is not worth the reward, it is not worth you risking your life. You're lucky to be getting some jail time, because sometimes you'll get killed in the mix of them robberies, man. It ain't worth it. Then the brother that they sit there and put the pistol to his head, I mean, on the real, man, you probably could have came to the man and asked. You gambling. You don't even know what the man got. You might as well go to a crap game. You might as well go to a crap game. Because you gambling with your life.
At Frank Scott Parkway in Belleville, surveillance pictures show the suspects holding a clerk at gunpoint and jumping the counter to empty the cash registers in both cases.
And don't get me wrong, I came from situations. You know what I'm saying? You got to think, though. It's cool. None of it's cool, man. But if you're going to hustle, hustle. You're going to tote a pistol, use that pistol for protection, man. That pistol does not give you a right to run up and just take whatever you want. Them youngsters got to understand that. And to keep it honest, man, I didn't even get my head on right as far as leaving them streets totally alone till I was 27, 28. And it wasn't by choice. That's when they set my silly ass down, you know what I mean, for not abiding by the law. You know what I'm saying? It's law and rules to everything. It is not a game. But if anybody in Missouri, St. Louis, or anywhere see any of this, you got a child that's acting up, not even a child, young man. I mean, I know they don't want to hear it, but it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. And I don't usually have a problem talking to these youngsters, man, and making them see it from my point of view a little bit. But I'm not trying to bombard them with nothing, because I ain't want to hear it either when I was young. But I can tell you what I've been through, and you can determine, is it worth it? You can determine, is it worth it? We worth more out here in these streets with your family than you are behind them bars being a burden to them when you need commissary. You know what I'm saying? When you need soap. You don't want to be in them situations. You don't want to be in that, man. That shit is not even suitable for a dog to live in. Shouts out to Hip Hop Uncensored. Because they was just showing how Jay-Z and Yo Gotti was out there in Mississippi. You know what I mean? And video surfaced to how them prisons looking out there in Mississippi. Man, it's no good nowhere. You're not guaranteed to make it up out of there. you're not guaranteed to make it home. Get poked up, get whooped by the COs. Look at Kodak Black, man. He famous going through it. It's not the place to be. It's not the place to be. You need to be out here with your family. No matter how hard the times are, man, it's always an option. Sometimes you got to wait it out. Forget who's saying what about you. You ain't got the latest gear. You ain't doing this or that. Man, every day out in these streets is opportunity. You get locked up, there is no opportunity. You know what the next day bringing. You know what the next day bringing, man. It's sad, man, and it's terrible, but I feel them. I relate. I feel them. Because there was a time you couldn't have told me. You couldn't have told me to stop. You couldn't have told me to stop. I ain't see no other way. But it was always another way. I just did, I mean, you wasn't trying to see it. You know? But yeah, man, things are real. Things are real serious, man. And like I say, I want to thank all of my subscribers. I want to thank everybody that's tuning into this channel. And honestly, shouts out to Tammy. Shouts out to James. I know your name, man. I forget the channel, man. But you know what, man? Y'all came through and shot me them little messages, man. They was right on time. Because I'm human. I get wore down, too. I get weary. But I keep pushing. I keep pushing, man. I keep pushing because it's people that's counting on me. And I'm counting on people. You know what I'm saying? Everything is synchronized together. Whether we see it or not, we in the right place. We in the right place at the right time. We right where we supposed to be. You know what I'm saying? If it was meant for you to be way up there, you would be way up there. But until then, you got to hold down your surroundings and make them the best that you can make them. Period. Make them the best you can make them. You know what I'm saying? I'm kicked back, man. It's nighttime. I don't know if I'm the only one that kick back around the house some nights, man, with the Scully on, back and forth, smoking my cigarettes. I still ain't kicked them cigarettes, man. We about to head into February. Pray about it. That's all I can do is pray about it. But yeah, man, I seen that little story, and these little guys, like I say, running up in there thinking they, you know what I mean, doing some kind of major heist, man. That boy, I don't even know what the other youngster getting, but he about to end up with 25 years and probably didn't leave up out that damn place for $2,500. And $100 a year still ain't worth it. Let's be real, man. Is the risk worth the reward? That's my thought of the day. That's my thought of the evening. Thank y'all for tuning in to HB's Point of View. And I appreciate y'all, man. Nothing but love. Y'all stay focused, stay blessed, and just stay motivated. If your situation ain't what you want it to be right now, that's temporary. Hold tight. Hold tight. Get in tune with yourself and keep pushing.